What up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're doing something special. We're gonna see if opening up Costco products in 2025, Pokemon Costco products, is worth it. So, usually it's not worth it, especially with these prices, rising prices lately, to open up your stuff. That's why I only opened up one Prismatic Evolutions Pokemon Center ETB. I left three sealed because you're just automatically, losing money when you open it compared to what the market value is. But what if you can get some stuff below market value? Can it actually pay off opening it with all these insane rises in illustration rare prices and just sealed product prices? If you can get crazy good deals, which Costco usually has when you can find it, is it worth it? And now I do want to shout out Poke Notify for helping me actually get my hands on this stuff. So Poke Notify, huge thank you for sponsoring the channel. It's pretty much a Discord service where if you pay monthly, you can get access to this Discord and you can get notifications of any good Pokemon deals near you when they drop so you don't end up missing out on this market. I only got this stuff because I got notified on that Discord. And if I didn't, I even tried looking up after the fact, just Pokemon in Costco, and it didn't even show up because I'd assume if you look up Pokemon, you'll see everything Pokemon TCG related. It didn't even show up, so I honestly wouldn't have even known this stuff was available for such good prices unless I had Poke Notify. So huge shout out to Poke Notify. If you guys use the code Pirate25, you can get 25% off your first month, and it's a 3-day free trial. So you have absolutely nothing to lose there. Give it a shot. So thanks again to Poke Notify. Now back to the video. Guys, we did not do anything for 1,000 subscriber mark or 2,000 subscriber mark. We did no special. So I think I'm combining this challenge of trying to see if we can make money by opening Costco products also with a kind of 1,000, 2,000 special, because what's more special on Pokemon YouTube channel than opening up some Pokemon products? So if there's ever a good occasion, it's these huge milestones. So thank you guys so much for the support. Like and subscribe if you haven't. And let's jump into it. So these two together at Costco were for around 56, 57 Canadian together. So that would be around 40 USD. Now let's see if we can make our money back with that. Then we also got later the Terapagos Ultra Premium Collection, which I got for 90 USD or about 130 Canadian. So it's going to be fun to see if we can make our money back with either of these or with both of them. It'll be interesting to see. But yeah, let's jump into it. Usually for smaller YouTube channels like this, opening up stuff doesn't actually do perform well compared to like a lot of the other stuff, but it is fun, and I do think it's gonna be a cool way to celebrate a cool milestone that we got. So in these, you got really cool packs, in my opinion, some of the best you can hope for. Paldea Evolved, Scarlet Violet Base, which I'm really into right now, Silver Tempest, and Brilliant Stars. So we're just gonna open them both up and avoid intermission later on. You also got these promo cards. We're not even going to count them. I doubt they're worth a lot anyways, but they're not like illustration rares or anything. They're normal EXs, so we're not even going to count them towards the total, since I don't think there would be a lot of value there. Now, what kind of stuff can we get? We could get the Drowsy, we can get the Slowpoke from Scarlet Violet Base, we can get the whole Gardevoir line, potentially. We can get in Paldea Evolved, like what can't we get? There's so many options there. So these are pretty much the same no matter what. There's a lot of potential hits that we could get here. And like I said, with all illustration rares practically holding good value lately, it may actually be possible to make our money back. We'll see what happens. More possible than it was before, at least. Now let's organize these in some kind of way that makes sense. Let's do Sword and Shield first. And by the way, these are trainer gallery Sword and Shields, so It's even going to be more fun to open, more chances to hit something interesting. And then we're going to go Scarlet Violet base, and then we're going to go Paldea Evolved. So let's do this by the order that they came out in. So Brilliant Stars first. We can get that Charizard. We can get some of those Trainer Gallery cards that are absolutely amazing. It's been actually so long since I opened Pokemon products. I know investors usually don't recommend it. But, you know, we're celebrating today. Now, I'm not a huge knowledgeable about the pack tricks, so we're just gonna go. I love this. This is actually Shinji Kanda, if you guys didn't know. I absolutely love this artwork of the snowy time Magmar. Love it when they switch it up like that. Don't do the obvious. Reverse hollow. Whoa. Is there something there? There's something there. Okay, Kingler V. A V-Star card. Have no idea what the purpose of those is. Alright. Nothing crazy there, but we got a Kingler V. Let's see if we can get that Umbreon or Sylveon. That would be amazing. Charizard would be cool too, obviously, but I know the trainer galleries are much easier to hit than those big chase cards. Again, that Magmar. Absolutely love it. Reverse Hollow. Professor's Research. Mewtwo. Non-Hollow. Alright, so we did get that Kingler V in Brilliant Stars. Now let's jump into Silver Tempest, where we're obviously going for that Lugia. Maybe going for one of the Blazikens. Definitely that Rayquaza Trainer Gallery. Alright, Litten. Man, this is kind of like nostalgic already because we're opening Sword and Shield. Toxicroak Reverse Hollow, Melodic, nice card, but not the hit we're looking for. Alright, last chance. I'm pretty sure this is our last Sword and Shield chance to get something, because in the Terapagos UPC, I'm pretty sure it's all illustration rare Scarlet and Violet sets. Alright, let's see. I like how the reverse hollow kind of prepares you. Is the next card going to be a hit or not? Ralts, Fletching, reverse hollow, and bam! Nothing. I'm on Goose. Alright, now we get to the stuff that most people are interested these days anyways. Scarlet and Violet era. So far, we're not very close to breaking even on our 40 USD price tag. But let's see if we can change that around with Scarlet and Violet and their illustration rares. Two. Reverse hollow and reverse hollow. Nothing in that one. I'm thinking we have to get something in the Paldea Evolved packs. But yeah, guys, if we don't make anywhere close to our money back in this market, buying Costco stuff where so much stuff is expensive, then kind of goes to show you how little chance you have. Let's try upside down there because I did not open that well. I'm definitely not an opening up expert here, but we'll manage. We'll figure it out. Rotom. Honestly, I know a lot of these Pokemon only because I've been playing TCG Pocket. And before that, like, I wouldn't know, like, Rotom, I wouldn't even know that Pokemon. Rare Candy. Alright, can we get something? Breloom. Reverse Hollow, and Masquerada. That is my favorite starter of the generation, but not the crazy hit we've been looking for. Alright, Paldea Evolved. There's so many possibilities to hit here. Obviously, Tyranitar, Magikarp, Raichu would all... Why can't I open this? Raichu, they'd all pretty much pay... The Iono, they'd all pretty much pay off the whole thing if we got one of those. But let's see what happens. Paldean Wooper, Noibat. Here we go. Electrode, Bravery, Whoa! That is a hit. That is a hit. Golden Meowscarada EX. Alright. I am very cool with that. I don't know how expensive it is, but I don't have that card. Glad to add it to my collection. Like I said, this is my favorite starter of the generation. And it has to be worth some money, right? I mean, Paldea evolved. Gotta be careful with this one, obviously. Unfortunately, the top is not great quality. You could see some stuff going on there, but the back looks good. Near mint all the same. All right, cool. That was honestly what I consider our first real hit. The Kingler V, although I like Kingler, I like how it's, you know, an old school Pokemon. At the same time, normal V cards, it's hard to get too excited by them. All right, 2nd out of 4. And by the way, guys, you guys, I'll know in the end, you guys will know before me the exact market price of these cards at the time, like the Meowscarada. I will actually check later, and then I'll do a, we'll figure it out at the end if we made our money back altogether. Magikarp, absolutely love Magikarp. Reverse Hollow, reverse. Dude, not the craziest hit, but 2 for 2 in Paldea evolved. That's cool. Belly Bolt might actually, I doubt it holds any value, but because of the hype of Journey Together, maybe it'll hold some value. We'll find out. And now, while we're already here, might as well not disrespect the Kingler and put it into at least one of these penny sleeves. Alright, so not the worst. Not the worst luck. Definitely am happier with this opening than I was opening the Prismatic Evolutions ETB. Dear Lord. You do get that good promo, so if you got it on the Pokemon Center like me, it's always worth opening if you look at it from that point, because you can sell the stand promo for more money than you paid for the ETB. But in terms of the packs, dear Lord, that was bad. Alright, here we go. No, can't get greedy. Can't get everything. Paldea Evolved, one of my favorite sets, but can't expect to get absolutely a hit every time. I do think it's interesting. Scarlet and Violet base has been good to me. I opened up a booster box before and I actually pulled the Gardevoir special illustration rare. So that's probably one of the biggest hits I've actually pulled, because I haven't opened up a ton of Pokemon cards. Meryl, love that Meryl we can get here too. All right. Reverse Hollow, and Tyranitar. Sick card. Just not the rarity of hits we're looking for. Alright, so we're going to take these away, and now we're going to jump into the Terapagos UPC, which, if you guys didn't know, is market valued at over the Costco price I paid for it, obviously. But it has a whopping 18 packs, so this is going to be interesting to see. It's so big, you can't even capture it in the camera the way it's set up right now. But no matter, we will figure it out. This is my first time opening a Terapagos UPC. I obviously have opened tins before, so this is going to be a special experience. We will count the promo cards as value in this because there are some interesting promo cards. As we'll see, it's not just EX cards. Nice looking box. Oh, probably not opening it right. Okay. This is a stand you get with it. We're not going to even look at the price of the knickknacks. We're only looking at the price of the cards. So I won't be one of those guys counting the dollars of the dice. Alright, so these three will hold some value for sure. A step up. Again, not as good as the Charizard UPC promos. Those were absolutely amazing. But way better than normal EXs. Alright, so here you got your packs in the back here. The thing that I don't love about opening Pokemon cards is the amount of mess that you create. But it's all good, needs to be done. And I don't really care about the mess, it's just cleaning up the mess, right? That's the main thing. Alright, we got the packs out. Retrieved. And now we will learn, if you didn't know, what kind of packs are in here. If you do pull the trigger and buy it. So Stellar Crown right here. Twilight Masquerade. Whopping 4. So we have a chance at that Greninja. Temporal Forces. 2. Paradox Rift. 2. Obsidian Flames 2. So this is exciting stuff. Let's go in order that they came out in. Alright, so we'll keep that trend going. Obsidian Flames. So in today's opening, we pretty much had everything from Scarlet Violet base, or if we want to get really technical, from Brilliant Stars all the way to Stellar Crown. That's pretty cool range right there. Alright. We should definitely get some illustration rares up in here. A Mongoose, the reverse hollows, and alright, an EX again. Not the rarest of hits, but a hit nonetheless. Alright, Obsidian Flames. This was criticized in a way and held little value for a long time because people were saying it's so hard, it's so easy to hit stuff. But I have a feeling it's not going to be as easy for us here. We only have one more shot to get something truly special here. And will we get it? No. Toxicity. Next up, Paradox Rift. Wait, there's a bunch of Paradox Rifts. There's Paradox Rifts here too? Oh, awesome. We have more Obsidian Flames. Never mind. We still have a chance to hit some of those beautiful illustration rares. I'm thinking about the Cleffa. I'm thinking about the Gloom. What else am I thinking of? The Charizard. Ninetales. Alright. Oof. One more shot. Let's go Obsidian Flames. Yeah, I don't know. People say it's easy hit rate, but I've opened up a booster box of Obsidian Flames. Didn't get anything crazy. Didn't get one of the Charizards. Didn't get one of the Ninetales. And now here, again, we're opening 4 packs. Didn't get even one illustration rare from the looks of it. Yeah, no illustration rares. So Obsidian Flames clearly not that easy to open. Now Paradox Rift up next. just one heavy hitter will go a long way towards making that money back. Panseer, Groudon, and another EX. All right. Iron Valiant, I did actually, in a Paradox Rift booster box I opened, I did get the SIR for Iron Valiant, which is now worth a pretty penny for sure. I guess I'll put the hits somewhere visible here. Come on, Paradox Rift. So many cool ones to hit here. The Steelix comes to mind for sure. The Altaria, I would love to have that one. I don't have that in my collection yet. That Altaria was one of the ones that I definitely thought was a beautiful card before it popped off, but I never considered Altaria an especially popular Pokemon. Like, I did get the Garchomp in PSA 10 before it popped off, and the Groudon, obviously. The Altaria, I just didn't see this, how popular Altaria would be, what its ceiling would be, but clearly some cards are nice enough to just pull the trigger on. Melodic. Come on, man. We are not getting our fair share of illustration rares, that's for sure. We haven't gotten even one out of how many packs? Alright, here we go. Here we go. We gotta get one. We gotta get one at some point. Oh, more Pekka. Alright. We are on to Temporal Forces. Not the most exciting set for me. I would like the Ghastly. For example. I guess the Raging Bolt as well would be cool. Or the Suicune variant that I don't remember the name. I mean, honestly, it would be kind of fun to hit any of the special illustration rares, but they're just not my favorite Pokemon. Interesting Raichu artwork there. Alright, Screamtail, let's go, let's go. Ooh, finally we got one. We got one. And this one definitely will hold some value, probably more than the Gold Meowscarada. Beautiful card. I don't actually have this. And obviously, I think most of us would like to have at least one version of every illustration rare. So it's very cool that we can add this to the collection slash investment portfolio right here. Minkino. I don't even know the name of this Pokemon, but I love the artwork here. Very cool. Okay, so Temporal Forces, despite me not being the biggest fan, was good to me here, so I do appreciate that. Card looks pretty good. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Got the ball rolling. Hopefully now with Stellar Crown and Twilight Masquerade and this last Temporal Forces, we'll be getting some more illustration rares to sweeten the pot. Because I will say we definitely would not have made our money back with the tins. That's for sure. Cool Haunter card. Oof. Nothing there. Alright, we're off to Twilight Masquerade. I did open Twilight Masquerade before, and I ended up getting a Perrin which at the time was still holding some good value, but I thought, oh, it's a trainer card, it'll fall. But surprisingly, that parent held up really, really well and actually went up in price. So that parent pretty much pays off for the whole booster box that I paid for at the time. All right, so we are off to so we were already at Twilight Masquerade. 3 more. Now that Greninja will definitely blow these prices out of the water if we could get our hands on one of those. Would definitely like at least one more illustration rare. This is, guys, if you didn't know, Shinji Kanda artwork as well. Every time I really like an artwork and I check, I'm like, okay, it's Shinji Kanda, makes sense. All right. Iron Leaves. Nothing crazy there. With the Stellar Crown, there's a lot of cool illustration rares. Obviously the Squirtle, the Bulbasaur, and the Terapagos. The Rainbow Terapagos are the main chase cards. But again, I would even be glad to get some of the illustration rares. I feel like we're overdue for some here. Yes, this is a big hit, bro. Hisuian Growlithe. Oh yeah. This is definitely holding some value right now. I do have this one in a PSA 10. But we'll never complain to have more added to the collection. All right, we're getting somewhere now. How much better is this than opening up Prismatic Evolutions, man? And Twilight Masquerade usually has pretty good print quality. Sick. I feel like I can't even complain here. If we don't get anything else, I feel like this was a pretty successful opening at this point. But we do have a bunch of Stellar Crown coming up. We have one of these pink ones. Secret box. I doubt we're getting anything, any kind of value from the secret box here. These things sometimes are expensive as soon as they come out, but they don't hold their value necessarily. All right. Respect to people who open a lot of Pokemon packs, because I do not have the technique down, and it seems like they just they just breeze through the opening aspect to it. All right, our first Stellar Crown. Here we go. Nothing crazy there. What is that? Is that another pink card, bro? I don't want your pink cards, man. Ugh. Sparkling Crystal. Meryl Iron Bundle. I think these would be considered hits, but definitely not the kind of hits I want. I will be looking at the price though, so we will see if something ends up surprising me with its value. Definitely one more illustration rare would be beautiful here. All right, our last Stellar Crown pack. We may open something else after this. Let's see. Let's see how I feel after this pack. Yes! Yes! This one has definitely been doing well lately. Oh man, I've actually seen people shout this one out. The Milcery. See, this is what I'm talking about, guys. We didn't get like the #1 chase card. And sometimes if you don't get the #1 chase card in old school, like maybe even some Sword and Shield things, especially back in the day, you know, you wanted that #1 chase card, or you're not making your money back on a booster box, let's say. But here with so many illustration rares and then finally like getting some credit in value and some love, like you open some of these products, you know, you could really hit some value here. So now I don't know if we made our money back here. We'll see. But much better, I'm sure, ratio. And there's like a fun cost associated with opening stuff up always, right? But at the same time, you know, there we go. Those are the big hits so far that we got. And then these are some smaller hits. Now, to sweeten the deal, I don't know where we're at. We probably haven't made our money back yet. But to ensure more so that we make our money back, or help ensure, I do have a Paldean Fates 5-pack tin from Costco. And I just waited a few months, right? I have multiple, right? So I can open one. I waited a few months so that the price of the thing went up like, you know, 2x. So it's probably worth close to like, I paid probably like around 40 USD. It's probably worth over 80 USD at this point. But could we get 40 USD from 5 Paldean Fates packs? That is the question. And I feel like we're going to go and figure that out right now. But honestly, pretty happy with these. I'm not complaining with these illustration rares. The only problem with Paldean Fates is we're not gonna have illustration rares to save us, but we will have shinies. So let's check that out. This is my first time opening. I was really lucky with Paldean Fates. I opened like one booster bundle and I got the shiny Pikachu in it. So we'll see if that luck continues. But this is my first time opening up one of these. By the way, guys, remember that like the big purpose of these openings is, I mean, yeah, experiment, see how to get the best value for your buck. In this case, you would be buying a Costco product, holding it a bit, and then potentially opening it for more value than you purchased it a few months ago. Because I did not purchase this like, you know, yesterday, but we'll see what happens. Maybe that's a strategy. Maybe buy Costco products, wait a bit, and then you can open them later on to get your money's worth. I also love these little tins. Like, I don't know if they have any value, but in and of themselves, but they're very useful for storing stuff. And I think what we're gonna do is just open them all up. So we're gonna have 10 Paldean Fates packs. Now that's the funny thing with Pokemon YouTube, right? Like, opening up product, if you're a smaller channel, it's not something you really want to do if you're trying to run a business, because you're going to be spending more on the product than you're going to be making from like YouTube ad revenue and stuff like that. So really, when you see YouTubers opening up something, it's, unless they're big, right? Like super big ones is a different story. But if you see them just making a video to open up something, usually it's because they want to have fun opening it up, sharing that experience with the community, and not because it's a way to make money. Now, if you're going to open it up anyways, then you could make some, you know, small AdSense. Nothing crazy, but you could make a few dollars. We'll see how much this makes down the line from AdSense. And then maybe to an extent, it's better than just opening it up alone if you're going to open it up anyways, because you will make a bit extra. But nothing crazy, right? Opening up Pokemon product, especially at market value, is not the way to make money as a YouTuber unless you're rip and shipping, right? Obviously, that is absolutely huge right now. All right, so I'm excited. This is the most Paldean Fates packs I've honestly ever opened up. I don't know if we'll look into how much value these might have. These things right here. I don't think it's a lot. Like, it's like normal cards, right? No crazy stamp or anything on them. So I probably won't even look it up. It's probably not a lot. All right, 10 packs, 40 USD paid. Let's see, from the cards alone, if we can get anywhere close to the amount we paid for it. And we're off to an amazing start with the pack opening. If anything, guys, treat videos like this as warnings about opening sealed product. But I mean, I'm actually super happy with what we pulled, honestly. 3 illustration rares and not bad ones by any means. Oh shit. Definitely not the craziest. Didn't warrant as much as excitement as I had, but we got something. We got a hit. I think this is good in the sense that if you count these as hits, which you should, like they are hits, they're just not that valuable, you're gonna have a good time, because I do think you're gonna have pretty relatively stable hits when opening Paldean Fates. Chinchou, I remember that, man. That's a nostalgic Pokemon for me. Vampy, Kirlia, Chinchou. Bro, we need some baby shinies. What's going on here? Eight more. Imagine we got an SIR, man. All of them are bangers in this one. That would be insane. Any one of those would definitely make your money back. Clive. Oof. An EX. Here we go. Lantern, again, super nostalgic. Okay, we got a shiny one that I did not have. So, glad to add this to the collection. One step closer to master setting Paldean Fates. Now, I don't think it's one of the more expensive shinies, but you know what, it is a shiny, so let's give it the respect of card protector. What are these even called? I don't know. There we go. Looking good. Yo, this is one of the big ones. This is one of the big ones. Oh, man. Aside from the Pikachu, I don't think it gets better than this. Beautiful. Beautiful. I mean, with this one, we honestly might be getting pretty close to that 40 USD value. Again, I'm going off of memory right now. Don't worry, guys. I will look it up. We will go through this. We will break it down. But, damn. Opening Costco products is so much better than opening Prismatic Evolution. And we're not even talking about, like, if you can grade some of these and get a PSA 10, right? This one's a bit bottom heavy, but yeah, we're not even talking about if you can get PSA 10s. We're just going off of raw value here. We could, for fun, look up the PSA 10 price at the end. Might do that. But even raw, I think this Costco strategy is looking pretty solid. Because keep in mind, even if we're not exactly there, but if we somewhat close, we somewhat got cool cards, you had the fun of opening it. All right. I hope we get at least one more card of interest in these last 4 packs. Could be a shiny. And I wouldn't complain if it's that Bubble Mew. I wouldn't complain, bro. Or Gardevoir. Or shiny Charizard. So Routes. Toad School. Oh my god, man. That Charmander. I'm so happy about that, honestly. Oof. We can't escape the Paldean Clodsire infiltration. Alright, SIR shiny, bro. Yeah, I'd say the worst, just hit-wise, product we opened were the tins. But, you know, you could do a lot worse than a gold Meowscarada. That's for sure. Ooh, okay. Probably not worth anything, but I was excited all the same. Espatra. Very nice cards. The shiny effects are very nice on these full arts. Alright, we got 2 more chances, guys. Could get nothing. Already pretty well off. I've had luck with Paldean Fates. I can't complain. I've got that shiny Pikachu with the first booster bundle I opened, and now I got the Charmander. Ooh, another one. Fortress, bro. The only reason this bothers me is I feel like one of these hits might take away from a potential really cool hit in the last pack. Like, we might get nothing because we've gotten a lot of hits here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 out of 9. So this is very likely to have nothing, but let us see. All right. Varoom, Swoobat, Clive. Oh. But oh, we got Judge. All right, can't complain. Can't complain. Dude, how much is that? 8 hits out of 10 packs? Like, what is this? Paldean Fates, man. Alright, we are going to look at the values of these for sure. And then I'll come back to you guys with a breakdown of what the individual products cost versus what the hits we got in it. And then beyond that, we're going to look at totals. But these are some of the... Wow, there's a lot of hits. We opened quite a few packs. But yeah, you got that. You got that. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching this portion. Now we'll go to the interesting breakdown portion. All right, so here we are pretty much going over what the cards were worth in Raw and in PSA 10, what I spent on the products, and we're going to see, was it actually worth it in this time where Pokemon is booming, illustration rares are booming. Let's look into it. So we got 40.32 USD for the Koraidon and Miraidon tints together. We got 90.39 USD for the Terapagos UPC, and we got 38.25 USD for the Paldean Fates mini tins. And I put here for PSA, since I put the PSA amount, I put in cost of grading. My understanding is you can get cheaper cost per card if you send in more at once, but I believe you can get easy to get 25 USD per card for grading if you send in like one at a time or something. Let me know if you guys have a lot of experience grading. You can clarify that, but that's what I see on the PSA website. So we have S&V Scarlet Violet tins. We didn't get much from here. Honestly, this could go a completely different way if you get, more fortunate. This was the least lucky we got. We got a gold Meowscarada Raw, right? Not going to count all the smaller cards, EXs that are worth like a few dollars or like less. So we're just going to leave it at that. 5.78 USD. And then in PSA 10, it would be 44.05 USD. But whatever you do, you're definitely losing money on these tins. You got 34.54 lost in value out of the 40 spent, if you look at the raw card. And then that's a 86.35% drop. Now, that is by far the worst, but it's going to get brighter from here. Okay, so with the Hisuian Growlithe, we got in raw 20.97 and then PSA 10, 123. So right away you see, and I don't think Twilight Masquerade is that hard to grade either, relatively speaking, to the earlier sets. So literally just this Hisuian Growlithe in PSA 10, minus the cost of grading, will more than pay off for the box. So here in PSA 10, if we're grading, it's definitely paying off, but we're going to look at the raw anyways. So Minccino, I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it, 14.37. Milcery, illustration rare, 12.94. Lapras promo, Cinderace promo, and Terapagos promo. So they're all around $4 to $5. And so you have negative $27.79 of the 90 spent, if you just count the raw, not it going into PSA 10. And then that's 30.88% down in value, current value. Last but not least, we have... And again, I didn't count a lot of stuff, right? I didn't count the contents, like the tins, the value of that and stuff like that, or cheap cards, just a bare minimum value card. Charmander was the big hit, 27 USD, and then 79.74 in PSA 10. And then Palmot, 3.37 in Raw, and then 25 in PSA 10. So obviously, if you grade the Charmander here, you're clear and get a PSA 10, right? It's a question if you're going to get a PSA 10, but with some of these newer sets, it's more likely than with the earlier sets. You could be profitable with the PSA 10 for sure, but if we just go to raw, we're also not doing that bad. It costs $7.88, lost in value, right, at a 38.25 spent. This, though, we waited, right? We waited a bit. We didn't open it up right away after buying from Costco. This is a scenario where you waited a few months, the product went up, the cards inside, the value potentially went up, and then you opened it later while sitting on that Costco product. And not surprisingly, this is the best we performed, only 20.6% down on your initial cost. So keep in mind, guys, all of this is not counting fund costs, not counting additional materials like the useful tins and mini tins, which I really do use. I use the tins for holding cards, and I use the mini tins for holding all sorts of stuff, and potential future growth of the cards if you sit on them, right? Because if you give this a year, 2 years, 3 years, chances are it could really be, the cards could in raw even be valued more than you paid for the product. That's what happened with the pairing card, right? Like when I initially bought the booster box, I opened it up. It was probably still less than the cost I paid for the Twilight Masquerade booster box, but now the parent alone is pretty much more expensive than I paid for the booster box, not counting the other hits I got in that booster box. So sometimes giving it time will actually mean you do make money by opening Pokemon products, which is cool. And obviously Costco is an even better way of ensuring that because you're getting it for cheaper. So is it worth it in the end? If you're looking at just making money, of course, and I think you could have predicted this, opening up Pokemon cards is not the best way to make money. Keep in mind, you could have sold a lot of this stuff on the secondary market if you care to do that for a profit immediately because the market value was higher on the sealed products than you bought it at for Costco. But let's say you buy it at Costco, you want to open it up, you want to have fun, chances are you're gonna feel like it was worth it. I felt like it was worth it. Unlike when I got absolutely nothing in the Prismatic Evolutions ETB, all of these had something going for it, right? Even the Gold Masquerada is exciting because it's Masquerada is my favorite of the new starters. It was cool to pull that. I think the big pulls, or like the most pulls, interesting pulls, came from the Terapagos UPC, which is not surprising because we had the most packs, we had the most chances to pull something. But all of these, like I predicted, are interesting packs to open up because of the illustration rare boom, because there's so many. Every single one has illustration rares you can get. So you could have done even better than me. Some people may do worse, but overall, I could not say that this wasn't worth the fun of opening it up and the fun of getting all these new artworks and illustration rares added to my collection, right? You are guaranteed the promos as well. So I really do think that the Terapagos UPC at this price is a cool deal with all the illustration rares you have a chance of hitting. And I think down the line, a lot of people will like that if you want to keep it as a sealed product. And then last but not least, this one we waited for. Obviously, holding it sealed is usually the best bet, right? Most of the time, you're going to have more money like that. But here, held it sealed for a little bit, opened it up, only down 20%, got that cool Charmander. Plus, we'll see with time what happens. And then at the end of the day, you could have been some of the lucky ones who got the Pikachu, like I did before in a booster bundle, or even better, like the shiny Charmander, Charizard, shiny Gardevoir, or shiny Bubble Mew. Of course, that is possible. And you're kind of paying to take that gamble. But even though we didn't hit any heavy hitters, I would say, in any of the stuff, it still was worth it to me. It was worth the fun cost. It was worth the experience. The cards were good enough that I would definitely recommend, going to Costco. And if you want to opening it up, I do think in this market, it does make a lot of sense. You can have a lot of fun. And I know for a fact that sometimes you can, like, for example, if we got that Pikachu, or if we got shiny Pikachu, or if we got, one of the big chase cards, you can actually sometimes get lucky and make your money back, or even more. But you shouldn't count on that, of course. And even if you don't, you could still get pretty decent value back right away. And then we'll see down the line how some of these illustration rares may even go up in price from here. But that is it for this one, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for 2,000 subscribers here on this new channel. Really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed this different kind of video. I know it's not a lot of people's favorite kind of video, but I did really want to open up some stuff to celebrate and mark the occasion. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.